This is WION World is One. We are glad you're watching. I'm Eric Njoka. Time now for WION Climate Tracker. Here's what's coming up. Now, the ongoing rescue operation to save the people stuck under the snow after a massive avalanche hit Sikkim's Tsongmo was halted on Tuesday night and is expected to resume on Wednesday morning. At least 7 people have lost their lives due to the catastrophe, and several are feared to be trapped inside snow. Our next report tells you more about the climate impact on frequent avalanches.
At least 7 tourists were killed and a dozen injured after an avalanche struck the Gangtok-Nathula road in northeastern Indian state of Sikkim on Tuesday afternoon. According to India's Border Roads Organization, the avalanche struck 14th mile on Jawaharlal Nehru Road, connecting Gangtok to Nathula Pass at noon. An estimated 20 to 30 tourists are feared to be trapped under the snow along with 5 to 6 vehicles after the avalanche. But why do avalanches occur? Avalanches occur when a mass of material overcomes the friction resistance of a sloping surface. After the foundation of the material has been weakened by rain or the snow has been partially melted by a warm, dry breeze. They are caused by a mix of conditions such as steep slopes, intense precipitation, and a thin covering of snow. When a thin layer of snow is triggered, it may quickly move down the mountain, building up velocity and debris along the way. So what is the role of climate during the Sikkim avalanches? Experts suggest that climate change has intensified the frequency and the intensity of avalanches in the past years. Rising temperatures have forced glaciers to melt, increasing the amount of water in the snowpack. As a result, the snow becomes weaker and more prone to avalanches. Apart from climate change, human activities like deforestation and development in mountainous locations have resulted in increased danger of avalanches. As trees and plants are cut down, the earth becomes loose and unstable, increasing the danger. While the direct impact of climate change on any given avalanche season isn't a clear picture, what is clear is that more human interaction with the snow can lead to more injury and deaths caused by avalanches. How can we prevent them? A mix of natural and artificial measures have been recommended by experts to prevent avalanches. Planting trees in flora and hilly places to stabilize the soil is a natural solution, while creating snow fences and barriers to channel snow away from vulnerable areas is a man-made one. Those who live in an avalanche-prone area should also be instructed to detect and avoid possible hazard zones. They should also have safety equipment such as avalanche beacons and shovels to maximize their chances of survival in case of an avalanche. Since climate change continues to have an influence on our planet, we must take proactive steps to lessen the danger of natural calamities. As rescue operations in Sikkim continue, officials are encouraging residents in impacted regions to be cautious and be safe during this tough time. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
India has taken a step closer to green energy. The country has opposed diluting the definition of green hydrogen, saying fuel produced from low-carbon energy cannot be called green energy, as proposed some developed nations in G20 meetings. Now, India has stressed that only renewable energy and not low carbon energy can be used to produce green hydrogen. G20 representatives are visiting at least 200 locations across the country with a focus on green energy development, inclusive growth, sustainable development goals and technology transformation. Among the renewable energy avenues suggested by G20 delegates, the government of India's Tripura state is already working on solar and biomass-based energy. It also has plans to develop energy through use of green hydrogen. Experts had suggested that bamboo can be used to generate green energy. Tripura's chief minister said his state has at least 21 types of bamboos. He said work is already underway on producing renewable energy like solar and biomass while focusing on green hydrogen. The chief minister said his government has devised a series of incentives to attract potential investors. Several investors have expressed interest in setting up industries in Tripura in key sectors. This includes areas like vehicle manufacturing, hospitals, food processing, tourism, IT, pharmaceutical industry, tea and rubber. Total investment in Tripura is expected at between $100 and $300 million. Notably, a G20 delegation with representatives from China, the United States, UK and other countries is currently visiting the state to attend a two-day summit. Peru's northern regions have been hit by strong storms and incessant flooding for 2 consecutive days. Streets have been submerged and houses have collapsed. Now, according to Peru's National Meteorology and Hydrology Service, rainfall over the few days has broken all-time records. The flooding was aggravated due to lack of drainage, dikes and canals. In an area prone to flooding, drinking water services were temporarily restricted in various areas of northern Peru, and many citizens say they do not have access to basic services like electricity or even drinking water.
We are practically abandoned, as they say. We need help, support, because look, the Gallo ravine is the one that has overflowed, and that is what has affected all of us. We have children. The children have to put up with all this. The mosquitoes, diseases, diarrhea, vomiting.
Local authorities say rain havoc has hit at least 65,000 people in the region. Thousands of houses have been destroyed. Officials have now placed the regions of Tambes, Pira and Lambasheke on high alert, with rains expected to continue until mid-April. Last month, powerful cyclone Yaku unleashed torrents of rain in Peru's northern region, prompting the government to declare a state of emergency in over 400 districts. Reports say nearly 60 people have died in rain-related incidents since the start of the rainy season. The United Kingdom government is under pressure to tackle water pollution. Now the government has reannounced plans to ban plastic wet wipes that clog up Britain's sewers. As per UK Environment Minister Therese Coffey, the ban could be implemented as early as next year after consultations. Water UK, a membership body representing the water industry, says wet wipes flushed down toilets cause 93% of sewer blockages and cost millions every year to sort out. The measure is part of a wider plan to clean up and improve the UK's water quality. They include tougher penalties for those who pollute water bodies. A recent report by British lawmakers said England's rivers are contaminated by a chemical cocktail of sewage, agriculture and road pollution. The Environmental Audit Committee said poor water quality in rivers is a result of chronic underinvestment and failures in monitoring, governance and enforcement. Not a single river in England has received a clean sheet of chemical contamination. The number of sewage discharges into English waterways doubled between 2016 and 2019. River quality monitoring does not routinely identify microplastics, persistent chemical pollutants or antimicrobial resistant pathogens flowing through rivers. Opposition members of parliament hit at the UK government over plans to ban plastic wet wipes. Liberal Democrats said the Tories are fooling the public over the wet wipe ban. Estimates suggest the impact of wastewater from sewage treatment works and sewer overflows is preventing 36% of British water bodies from achieving good ecology status. The U.S. state of California has faced an onslaught of powerful atmospheric river storms this winter, leading to record-breaking snowpack, nearly full reservoirs and overflowing watersheds. We end today's bulletin with these shots from California. Thank you for watching WION Climate Tracker.
As of this morning, as of right now, it's looking like this year's statewide snowpack will probably most likely be either the first or second biggest snowpack on record dating back to 1950.